my uncle, right, went to South Carolina, and he heard it came back. I was there for a little bit, and the stuff that I was saying to him, he said, how you know so much in a little time? Like, he was just like, couldn't believe that I knew so much, and he was like, and I told him, I said, yo, the elders of Israel, So when I was staying with him for a couple of months, we used to go into battles, and he was there too in a phone conversation. We had 3 ways, and we would cut him up, and he was just like, he'll get angry, But then recently I talked to him. Now he knows he's an Israelite. He knows we're Hebrews. He knows that America is Babylon, and I was kind of like,
he didn't convert, but he had to challenge himself.
Yeah, right, challenge himself. So now he knows. He's like, and I was silent for a minute. I was like, yo, how are you? Not saying how do you know, but I was like, oh wow, it's like
actually you started giving the same question he hit you with. How did you get all of this?
Exactly. But then he had to. But then that the be born again. Then the funny thing is, I showed you how to apocrypha. He said, no, what's that? And you know that he had the apocrypha and his studies all the time. Why him know it? Matter of fact, it was the 1611 Bible. And then I was looking at the shelf and I said, oh, Uncle Joe, you got the 1611 Bible. In here. He said, let me see. And I showed it to him. I said, can I keep it? And he was like, oh, nah. He was like, no, I want to. Now he want to. But now he's like understanding. Now he understands where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? So now he knows. And
he knows that we're in the ball.
Right.
But if the ball is right, I still can pick it up.
Right, exactly.
And make a play.
And some people, if
you understand?
And they say, right. But as long as he's in it, like you said, about the ballpark.
Once you in the ballpark, man, I don't. I'm funny with like. I try not to put fast and slow because just that thought has you begin to fight with yourself. You know what I mean? So
that's the greatest battle.
And that's the greatest battle. So in other words, before I go in with that, I'll say, well, look, some get it before others, or others may just be hearing while many are listening. It's a total difference. You know what I mean? I'm hearing your words, but what made me listen was the actual conversation, the actual deriving of the book, the actual finding of the material. So, you have to. I think that's what it comes down to. Who's listening versus who's hearing. The ones who's hearing, they're gonna sway with the wind. The ones who listening, such as brother like myself, they're gonna stand, they're gonna hold, they're gonna challenge, they're gonna get to a point. They're gonna wait, they're gonna stand down once they hear, so okay, yeah, you're right, brother. X, Y, and Z. So to the man, he waited until I finished my day. He said, yeah, good. Now to my question. That's the ones who are listening. Right. It's a total difference. You know what I mean? I realize that. I realize that.
And our people don't do that this one.
It's a very everything can be aggressive. It can be aggressive, man. Every last thing can be aggressive. You gotta have order and fire before you step in the field. There is, there's two sides of how to deal with it.
Because when we first came into this, we were all fighting.
Right.
And you realize that's not the way to be because you make a job teaching. Right, man, down. You ain't never gonna get it have a job for a long time, man. You gotta know when to apply wisdom.
That's right.
Say certain things when not to say certain things.
And how?
Yeah, right.
If I'm going into the jungle, I'm not going into the jungle with my suit, tie, and my shoes.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Right. Going into the jungle with my fatigues, my boots, my knife, my life pack, and my gun, and I'm praying for both sides and traveling straight. Right. So it's about dealing with the situation. We deal with the situation. We use the term keeping it real as the excuse. So then everything is super fire aggressive. No, it can't be that way, bro. If I'm trying to deliver a message, I'm gonna talk to them. If I'm talking to the ghouls, I'm not coming to the ghouls with a very passive approach. No, I'm coming to the ghouls aggressive because this is what makes it aggressive. If I'm coming to a bunch of elderly, I'm not coming to them like I'm coming to the ghouls. With more that's how they listen. It's called dealing with things accordingly. By the Most High, this isn't a time and place. a reason for it.
And that's what Paul
Has
said.
to be, yeah, exactly.
That's what Paul said. Paul said, when I was a Jew, when I came to the Jews, I came as a Jew. They hard. They know better. I came to the Gentiles. I came as a Gentile.
Right.
I came a little because they first learned it, so I can't come at them.
He wasn't fake for doing it.
Right.
Listen, these are reasonable, these cliches, these terminologies, and these are things, a lot of these everyday terminologies, cliches, and all that. That's what really holds it back. That's what holds the people back from trying to open up towards it. Because when they hear brothers kicking truth, don't get it twisted. Because we're kicking truth. But once they hear the thunder, well, there's no rain. What's this? And they start running.
It's too emotional.
It's too emotional, right? But we have to also, as the teachers, have to sometimes check self too. We can't always point fingers. We gotta sometimes show thumbs. And say, you know what? I don't want to push people away. Here's what I'm saying. You're not being chased, but in order for you to catch on, what I'm saying, you have to be able to take in some.
And that's what scripture called meat, milk, and meat. You get it out? 1 Corinthians 3 and 2. And I'm gonna get the Isaiah 53. It's like certain breakdowns you're gonna go into. Even Paul said one of them breakdowns.
1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 2.
Talking to the church.
I have fed you with milk and not with meat.
You see that? I fed you with milk, basics, not with meat and meat. Read on.
For hitherto ye were not able to bear it.
Right, but he gave you the milk. He offended it. So I'm saying, like, certain teachers, it was going to be like, just like virtue brought from home. You see, they're going to say something like, conversation is done. They don't even want to listen. Say that's right. So, like you said before, depending on the situation, you judge it different. Depending on certain people, you come different. If we're dealing with a knucklehead and he challenges us hard, we gotta come hard too.
Exactly.
Maybe that's the only way you can listen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You understand? But you see, it's upsetting because the reason I'm saying that is because this is why I say like it applies to life. Because just in simple conversation, you can't even get that simple part deciphered before you can get to the meat of the topic. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, well, you're up against a rock and a hard stuff between a rock and a hard place. Real talk. This is sad, but that's just what we going up against.
It's a heavy battle, man.
It's a heavy.
We gotta come out here and battle, and then when you go on the job, like Superman, when he's on the job, he act like he don't know nothing. Got his glasses, he acts ignorant. But Kyle L, that's who he really is when he puts on his suit. Like, this is who we really are.
Right.
We go on the job where we gotta put on the front.
Right.
Gotta smile, laugh, everything is good. You use wisdom, common sense. And when we first came into this, we didn't understand that. You know what I mean?
You felt that was me. You know
you was like, nah, the white man's the devil, but you're gonna lose jobs, man.
This is guilty of that. And yes, but I separate the two.
Right.
Yes, it causes atrocities. You understand?
Right.
But in being that same versatile thing, I look at all of what's around us.
This is their society.
This is, of course, man, but that ain't the question. The reality is this: if I want to get through to them within their society, no, I'm not going to play by their rules because I don't necessarily want to lose my value of self. But you have to a certain degree to get my message out. You understand? So in other words, I would maybe not call the devil, but I will say there are atrocities that your people have brought upon us that we have to address. You understand? You see how? Yeah, it's a more kinder way of putting it. But I'm still getting it out, and I'm knowing the masses I'm healing. You know what I mean?
Because we condemn devils too.
You know what's funny? But if I go to the Jews and say that, they're not that offended. So they're not that offended. They're like, oh yeah, word, that didn't come back like what? We have, you understand, we have this as a fact. They get as passionate as us sometimes because they're very. All right, brother. They're very, they're strong within they're strong within their beliefs. So, but it's only because they have substance.
They got money. They run the world. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Bible said. The earth was given into the hands of the wicked. They're the wicked. Then Isaiah 53. That's a good like it.
But on that note, I gotta cut short myself. I'm sitting here looking at the time. Like, yeah, I was supposed to be only 20 minutes. I was only supposed to see what I'm saying.
Isaiah 53 verse 1. Who have believed our report, and to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed? For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of the dry ground. He hath no form, no comeliness, and when he shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him. He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief.
Yeah, that's the Lord is talking about it.
And we hid, as it were, our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. Surely he hath borne our griefs and carried our sorrows. Yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of the Most High, and afflicted.
Yeah, that's the Lord is talking about. So read it to deeper.
Yeah, read that again. Please read it again.
Sure.
I lost mine.
Okay, read it from the top.
Yeah.
Isaiah 53 and 1. Who hath believed our report? And to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed? For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of the dry ground. He hath no form, no comeliness, and when he shall see him, there is no beauty that he should desire him. He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. And we hid, as it were, our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. Surely he hath borne our griefs and carried our sorrows. Yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of the Most High, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with stripes were you healed. All right. Keep reading. It says he was made grave and wicked, and with the rich of his death.
You know when that happened? Matter of fact, read that again. What verse is that?
That's verse 9. And he made his grave with the wicked.
He made his grave with the wicked. Read on.
And with the rich in his death.
And the rich in his death. You know what that's talking about? That was fulfilled in the New Testament. Hold that. Now going over it. Matthew 27. 24 and 57.
Matthew 24?
Yeah.
And what? 57?
44 then.
Book of Matthew 24 and 44. Therefore be also ready on such an hour.
No, Matthew 27.
Oh. 27 and 44?
Yeah.
The book of Matthew chapter 27 verse 44. The thieves also said, which were crucified with him.
No, that's the wicked. He died in Isaiah 53. So what verse is Isaiah 53 you were reading?
Isaiah 53 verse 9.
Okay, so it says that he made his grave with the wicked and the rich in his death. So read Matthew 27, 44.
The thieves also, which were crucified with him, cast the same in his teeth. Now for the 6th hour there was darkness over the land.
What does it mean the rich? Read verse 57.
Jump down to 57. When evening was come, there came a rich man of Amaranth, named Joseph, who also himself was Jesus' disciple. He went to Pilate and begged the body of Jesus. Then Pilate commanded the body to be delivered. And when Joseph had taken the body, he wrapped it in a clean linen cloth.
Right, so that's what it means. Isaiah 9 it says, and he made his grave with the wicked and with the rich in his death. Because he was buried on the cross. Right. But a rich man. Right. And it also says, when you read verse 7, it says, Isaiah 53 and 7, it says, he was oppressed and he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. He was brought as a lamb to be slaughtered. That was fulfilled in Matthew 27, 12 to 14. Right,
Matthew what?
27:12-14. Where it says, he was oppressed and he was afflicted, and he opened not his mouth.
Matthew's 24.
27, same chapter.
Matthew's 27 and
12.
the book of Matthew chapter 27 verse 12. And when he was accused of the chief priests and elders, he answered nothing. And then said Pilate unto him, hearest that thou how many things they witness against thee? And he answered him never a word. And so much that the governor marveled greatly.
That was a fulfillment of that. It says he got afflicted, he opened out his mouth.
Right, he didn't say anything.
Yeah, he just kept his mouth shut, you know what I mean? And
Unlike today where most brothers are.
Yeah.
It wasn't me, it was him. Good.
There's another one, keep reading Isaiah 53.
All right, back to Isaiah 53. It says, now he made his grave with the wicked and with the rich in his death, because he made done no violence, neither was any deceit in his mouth. Yet he pleased the Lord to bruise him. He hath put him to grief. When thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin.
Well, read that again.
It says, yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him. He hath put him to grief. When thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin.
He made his soul an offering for sin. That's one of the Messiah scriptures, Isaiah 53. There's another one. Maybe you went back. We read Daniel the 10th chapter. I don't know if you ever read that. No. Daniel 10:5. Because you know the scripture about Jesus in Revelation 1. The hair like wool,
Right.
like a fine brass.
Revelation 1? No, I don't think that's Revelation 1. That was it.
Yeah. I know New Testament. But it gives us
It was a description, right? When they added. Yes. Okay.
Now Daniel saw it before. About
The book of Daniel chapter 10 verse 5. Then I lift up my eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins was girded with fine gold of Uphaz. His body also like the beryl, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire.
Same thing in Revelation, his eyes shall be like the fire. Revelation, his eyes shall be like the fire. Daniel saw the same thing.
And his arms and his feet like the color of the polished brass.
Right, but you know Revelation it says his skin was like burned in brass. Like it burned in the furnace.
Right.
So Daniel's trying to say it's the same what? It's saying Genesis 49.
I was going to bring that out, Genesis 49.